Y'all see that? Y'all see that rubber band? Crazy way to start off video, huh? I'm Asian. I'm really Asian. Well, I fixed my teeth for $5. You see that rubber band? That's the retainer. When I had a big gap, because I'm a beaver. I used to be a beaver in a past lifetime. Had a big gap here. And then when I closed these, and then there. By the time I put 4 rubber bands on there, then they all closed and looked even. So basically, y'all see I fixed my teeth for $5. But when I smile, I don't show my teeth though, because I look goofy as hell when I smile. That's how most of these gig black customers be thinking they playing with some chump. I look like some crazy Indian guy on my Uber account. They be thinking I'm some crazy Indian guy, y'all. And then I show up. Some of them don't even be thinking I'm the same person. Look like crazy Indian guy. That's why people be thinking they can play games with me with the gigs. But anyway, y'all, real serious. I want to talk to y'all about the situation. All right, here's the lowdown on these Asian motherfuckers, particularly the Chinese. I told y'all the robot in that store, right, Whole Foods, that I don't believe is human. We know the scandemic all went down in right? Wuhan. So we know all this diabolical shit going on has to do with Chinese. We know it. But not necessarily the Chinese. It has to do with some aliens. You know, there's a lot of... we can't go into this, guys, but we know that there's a lot of aliens down here already. They just look like humans, but they're not humans. Go back and look at that thing about the people in China. They was on this airline and people started screaming, talking about they wasn't human. Maybe I'll put that in the link. I don't know, but y'all can look that up yourselves. I really haven't done any investigation on that, but I just want to tell y'all, basically, this is what I believe I know. So I told you about that Chinese dude who gave me issues when I was in a restaurant earlier. And I told y'all I was another Chinese guy that gave me issues at another place. And you know what's so crazy? They both said the same thing to me to try to piss me off. So there's some kind of relationship there. And I told y'all a lot of things that I do when I start up conversations with people about the vice scripts has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the fact I'm seeing the consciousness out here. And I'm going to tell y'all, a lot of these so-called Chinese people, they're not who you think y'all. A lot of them are where the aliens is coming from. Okay? They're not human, y'all. And both of these Chinese people who gave me this kind of static at these places, I know they're not human. I know they're not human because the way that they cop off with me, if they was Chinese and their family only been over here a few years and they don't know who I am as a black man, I'm not the toughest looking guy, but I'm not somebody that if you Chinese, you working at a shop, that you gonna talk shit to me either. They acting like they don't even fear their life. Like I can come back and do whatever. You won't even know what's going on. But of course, nobody's ever gonna do nothing in this place because of the cameras everywhere. We're dealing with a system where people just trying to get you caught up in the penal system. That's why the cameras everywhere, trying to get you caught up in the system. Perhaps they're feeding some of our people to other people, or we know they're organ harvesting. I'm gonna leave a link on the Professional High Priestess. She's talking about that store called H Mart, the human meat industry, right? And she's talking about that black people are buying human meat to go put spell work on other black people. This is what I'm talking about. The mad cow disease was about people eating people, not about cows eating cows. I'm pretty sure they do that too, but I don't really think they do that like that. They got too much grain. It's not like we have a grain shortage. They have plenty of grain to feed these cows. That was their way of telling you this is why the human beings are going mad, because they're eating other humans. Therefore, you got mad human disease. But I know that these so-called people masquerading as Chinese, they're not human, y'all. These motherfuckers that's copping off an attitude with me out in public, I don't think they're actually human. And remember, I've been in New York. These Chinese, these aliens, they got their own police station now. And I went to a place where they got a little city on top of a roof. It's called Sky Point View in Queens, New York. Matter of fact, the aliens that are in here, a lot of them live in Queens, guys. That's why when me showing up to New York, when all this went down coming from Cambodia, what a terrible experience. I had people at the airport asking me, had I been to China? And I got to talk to y'all about that soon. because I want to tell y'all what happened to me on a plane before I got to New York. But no, these Chinese people, I know what the MO is. They're not human. They're part of the org. You got to be careful with them. And you remember that black guy I told y'all earlier that was in a restaurant with this Chinese guy who was copping off an attitude and acting like he was black? That was all bullshit. I don't think he was human. And matter of fact, that black dude that was hanging out with him, he probably don't even know what's going on. They probably trying to traffic him or get him into the system, or possibly have that they eat his ass. He'll probably be some homicide, hanging with some Chinese motherfucker acting like he black, copping an attitude off me. If that black guy, if he was human, if he was real, which I think he was, because he knew better not to cop off of no OG just coming up challenging you with some vice scripts. This Chinese motherfucker acting like he's losing his mind. I said, wait a minute, something ain't right about this shit. I mean, this dude don't even know me. Nah. I said, this black guy don't even realize what's going on. This motherfucker can be caught up in some kind of human trafficking, and this black dude thinks he's his friend. Oh my God, guys. I'm telling y'all, the spirit revealing a lot of things to me. Ooh, wee boy, I'm telling you. So I hope that black guy learned something today about his friend. You copping off on a black man, you don't even know me. That something's wrong with that situation. It's not like just because I came up to this dude and challenged him with some vice scripts that he should start acting all crazy like that. It was something that triggered him about me and had nothing to do with the vice scripts. It was something, and even before I walked up to him, I noticed he was looking at me strange. So now I'm keeping my eye on these Asian motherfuckers. I don't think they're human, y'all. And I know what I'm saying gotta be valid, because they're the ones that are taking over this place. They're the ones taking over all the world. Wherever you go, the Chinese taking over. Jamaica, the States, Canada, everywhere you go, the Chinese is taking over. Now, we allegedly, they got billions of people in China, right? I think it's the biggest population, don't quote me, over Africa, I'm not sure. But we know they can all them motherfuckers in that China ain't no human beings. And all this shit that's been going down with the scamdemic and all this stuff, this got to do with some extraterrestrials, y'all. And I'm telling y'all, most of them motherfuckers coming from China. So these people who've been copping off, the so-called Asian people that's been copping off attitude, no. They're not human beings. It's another reason why I'm triggering them. And what about all the chemtrails, right? Well, of course, they're terraforming it so that these things can live. You see, it's a lot of stuff going on, y'all. And I'm not here to scare you. I'm just trying to prepare you. Keep your eyes and your ears open, because everybody is not who you think they is. I already told y'all YouTube ain't what we think it is. All this stuff is going on. Ooh-wee. I'm trying to think. Also, don't forget, I'm leaving in a link about this H-Mart store, which I never been into. But she said that black people are going there buying human meat to put spell work on other black people. Because I think she said that they when you go up in H-Mart, she said normally the security be trying to chase you up out of there because they got some kind of human meat trafficking going on with H-Mart. So, and then I noticed too, one more thing. Oh man, I almost forgot this. It's a lot of Chinese motherfuckers in Vegas too, and a lot of them be on the Airbnbs talking about renting out rooms. I said, why all these Chinese people got like living in these houses and renting out these rooms? I said, who are these people? I was asking this question about 2 years ago. I'm like, wait a minute, something's not right about this. All these Chinese people own all these homes in Vegas, and they're trying to rent rooms out to people. I said, nah, this is some human trafficking shit. That's why I said, if you're dealing with like Airbnbs, if I deal with Airbnbs, no, I want the whole place to myself, which is very few of them, but that's okay, because there's very few people who actually trying to live a lifestyle that I live anyway. So when you deal with this stuff in these industries, Airbnb, there's always some diabolical shit going on. But then there's always some narrow stuff going on where somebody like myself who's on a narrow path can still benefit. Just like I benefit from picking up from McDonald's, I'm making all this money, but we know this is human meat trafficking. I'm just like a dealer. There's nothing I can do about it. So yeah, I didn't think I just told y'all everything about these Chinese motherfuckers. They not all human, y'all. I know they're not. And some of them, I can see a lot of them probably befriending black women. They really want the black woman's organs, from what I heard. befriending black people, and you don't even know you dealing with this Chinese motherfucker. That's why that motherfucker was acting like he black. Cause that black dude that black dude is confused. He don't know who he is. He think this motherfucker his friend, and he just seen him cop off on an OG. He don't even know. So hopefully he got enough sense to think, what's up with why my friend, who's really an alien, cop off like that? Cause he not who he think he is. And remember the Asian guy, he's just acting all black. I want to beat his ass just for trying to act like he black, and it's my town. I said, nah, he's acting like he's black because that's how they get his prey. That's how he get his prey. All you gotta do is study the animal kingdoms. Some of this stuff, y'all, somebody with low IQ can figure this shit out. Why you got this Asian motherfuckers walking around acting like they gangster? Because they're trying to befriend black people so they can harvest their organs or eat them. True shit, y'all. Woo-wee. Keep your eyes and your ears open. Talk to y'all later. Peace.